Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 2P Press Start. I'm your host, GiantKiller, and today we're proud to present episode 32 of our top 5 Hearthstone Plays of the week. Now let's get right into the action with number 5. Our number 5 play this week was a submission from Mike E, and it features Headfirst on Druid up against Nevil on Warlock, and it's shot from Nevil's point of view. And we're calling this play the best slow roll ever. Because when I first started watching this clip, I thought, what's this guy doing? He's got Nevil at 1 life, he's a druid, he's got 3 cards. What is he, slow rolling some kind of Moonfire kill here? I literally couldn't have been more wrong. It's not a slow roll Moonfire. It's not a slow roll Swipe, or even a slow roll Starfall. Turns out, it's a slow roll Shapeshift Innervate Deathwing. What? Best slow roll ever. Our number 4 clip this week was a submission from Jirka I, and it features Saworz running an all-legendary priest deck up against Daifu on Control Warrior in some ranked action. And as we join this play, you're going to notice Saworz has been collecting cards for a couple of turns thanks to his Ysera. And while he's got a handful of action to play, he decides to play some serious mind games with Daifu this turn. He nabs Grommash Hellscream from Daifu's deck, then activates Grommash's Enrage with the Ysera Awakens. Then he swings in with the Raging Orc for exact lethal. This week's number 3 play was a submission from Eric C, and it features Savjz on Hunter up against Reynad on Druid in Game 6 of the CoolerMasterGaming match with $1,000 on the line. Savjz is facing elimination, he's down 3-2 in the series, and Reynad's just brought him down to 10 health and is holding on to the Coin, Force of Nature, and Savage Roar combination he needs to finish Savjz off next turn. Now Savjz knows he's got to do something before he ends up on the wrong side of an Entmoot, and he immediately starts digging for some answers. He starts out by dropping a Starving Buzzard, then chucks Mufasa into the Gorge to spawn 2 hyenas, drawing him an explosive trap that he'll need to start a massive forest fire. He continues the card draw shenanigans by dropping a boar, then sacrificing his Kodo to make 2 spiders, letting him unleash for 2 more. After clearing the board, he carelessly drops a lit cigarette into Reynad's forest, burning down the trees and giving Savjz the game. This week's number 2 play was a submission from Oscar G, and it features Lechuguino on Shaman up against Lestat Echo on Priest. And in this clip, Rancher Lechuguino is putting Baron Rivendare to work tending his herd of Tauren. He started out with a Cairn Bloodhoof, whom he's enchanted with Ancestral Spirit. That gives it a death rattle to resummon itself when it dies. He then reincarnates Cairn, and thanks to the Baron, he gets double triggers on Cairn's death rattle and the Ancestral Spirit, leaving Lechuguino with an army of 5 angry Tauren. But he's not done yet. A second reincarnate on Sylvanas gives Lechuguino 2 steals, killing off Lestat's Maexna, because Lechuguino just doesn't have enough room for a giant spider with all those Tauren hanging around. And if that weren't enough abuse of the death rattle mechanics for you, our number 1 clip this week was a submission from just about everyone, but the first one to get it into my inbox was that guy from that one show. And it features Hysteria on Shaman up against somebody who apparently put his password into the username box on Paladin in a play we've dubbed the Pentakill. Hysteria starts out the shenanigans by dropping fan-favorite Leroy Jenkins. Then he swings in with the Leroy, then buffs it up with back-to-back Ancestral Spirits, which will each trigger twice thanks to Hysteria's Baron Rivendare. Hysteria reincarnates Leroy Jenkins, who comes back as 5 Leroys, which is more than enough to finish off password for the kill. And while last week we brought you quite possibly the worst BM ever, this week we've decided to bring you the best BM ever. This bonus clip was submitted by Andy W, and it features Sodapoppin on Warrior up against Tiki Tak on Mage in some ranked play. And Soda's got this game well in hand thanks to a Nightmare and 2 Inner Rages on his Ysera. But he doesn't stop there. He starts out this BM masterpiece with an unnecessary Whirlwind, followed by a Slam, followed up with a completely unnecessary Brawl, which very well could have cost him the game. Luckily, his buffed Ysera survives unscathed, giving Soda the win and the reigning title of Best BM Ever. And that's it for episode 32. Thank you so much for watching and supporting our show. If you think you've got what it takes to dethrone Sodapoppin for the title of Best BM Ever, send in your plays. And for that matter, if you think you can dethrone Crank, the current Worst BM Ever champion, send us in those too. Of course, we're always looking for more great Hearthstone plays to showcase on the series, so if you're interested in submitting a play, please stop by 2ppressstart.com and hit that Submit a Play link for instructions on how to submit a play into the running for next week's episode. And finally, if you enjoy our shows and want to help 2P Press Start grow, please click on that subscribe button to join the always growing and always awesome 2P Press Start family, and we'll keep bringing you more great Hearthstone content right here on 2P Press Start.